Facebook is a platform, LinkedIn is a platform, Google is a platform, the internet is a platform. So what does that exactly mean? The word platform actually predates our so-called digital economy. A platform is simply a building block, a template, on top of which lots of people can innovate. Mobile connectivity is now pervasive. At the same time, you have lots and lots of people all around the world who can develop software and build software on top of an existing platform. And what we have seen is that on top of the internet, some companies such as Google or Facebook or Apple have created technologies that have acted as a magnet towards which lots of entrepreneurs and innovators have gravitated and developed apps of web services that would use the underlying platform, as well as use the marketplaces that these companies have created to connect to end users and consumers. We used to think of competition very simply as firm A competing with firm B. Firm A develops a better product or a cheaper product or a unique product, but it still competes with firm B. What we see now in the platform economy is you have ecosystems of innovators that are congregating around a platform. These ecosystems compete with other ecosystems. Think of it as a team, a football team on a playing field. The platform leader is going to be like the captain of the football team, and you have team 1 competing against team 2. So that's the most fundamental way in which competition is changed. Innovation is going to happen a lot on products or services that are complementary to the underlying platform. So what you're going to see is that it's becoming easier and easier for innovators to produce an app for, say, a dominant platform. It's not just good enough anymore to come up with a new and better technology than the incumbent platforms. To succeed, you've got to be able not just to have a better technology, but also to rally around you a large and vibrant ecosystem of innovators who will associate their destiny with yours. One important point to take into account is the importance of scale. If you think about the Industrial Revolution, and if you look at how it shaped the economic landscape of firms that are still with us, the winners in the manufacturing era were the firms that were able to master economies of scale. Economies of scale, building big plants, having automated processes, and reducing, therefore, the cost of producing individual units by spreading out their fixed costs into these large investments. In the so-called digital economy, or in our economy, which is, whether it is physical or digital, permeated by digital technologies, it's also about scale, but not just scale on the supply side. It's about thinking about the role of scale on the demand side. An important concept in the world of platform is to understand the notion of network effects. Network effects exist and matter when the fact that other users who are using the same technology as yours, the very fact that they exist and they use the same technology as yours, that it adds value to your consumption of this technology. This happens in any type of telecommunication network, for example. These network effects have an impact on the exponential growth of platform, because what they mean is that the more users out there of this technology, the more likely this technology is going to be successful. The consequences that this has for policy is to think, at least at the European level, of pushing, I think aggressively, the existing agenda towards the digital single market. The population in Europe is just as big as the population in the United States. But we have regulation that are different across different countries, which makes it difficult for business developers, whether they are startups, SMEs, or even incumbent firms, to grow and scale seamlessly across Europe. So pursuing this agenda of the digital single market can only help Europe gain international competitiveness.